We are continuing our team coverage for you all day long. Our Jamie Warren, she's live at Grand Canyon University, just one of about 200 voting centers across the valley. And our Nick Saletti is off the desk and in the field at the Maricopa County Tabulation Center.
A lot to cover in this election, but first, let's get straight out to Jamie Warren. Jamie, how are things looking out there for you?
So pretty quiet out here. Megan and Kaylee, the polls open in about 30 minutes from now. I'm on GCU's campus. It's open to the public today so that you can come here and vote at their business complex. I'm seeing some staff members, some volunteers getting things set up out here. They just put out the vote here signs and they're getting things ready. So no lines or anything just yet, but I'm really curious to see what the turnout's going to look like today.
And what is actually on the ballot? Because there are a lot of big races, Jamie.
Right. So if you're coming here to vote today, this is a primary election. So what that means is you're going to be choosing which candidate you want to represent your party in the general election, which is on November 5th. There are a lot of big races to watch. We know one of the main ones here in Arizona has been the U.S. Senate race. And when you look at those candidates, we know that Ruben Gallego, he's the only one for the Democratic side. But we have multiple Republican candidates that you could choose from today. That includes some familiar faces like Kari Lake. There's Mark Lamb. There's also Elizabeth Ray. Now, if you live in Maricopa County, you will be choosing a new sheriff who you want to represent a candidate on either side. Also a new school superintendent. And depending on where you live, you could also be voting for city council members or mayoral candidates. So these are elected officials who will be representing your party. And we know there are a lot of important issues here in the Valley that you care about, which is why voting today really matters, and we're wondering what the turnout will be like today here at the polls.
Well, speaking of turnout, we see people already starting to line up out there. There have been a lot of questions about what you need to take along with you there to the polling sites. Yeah, and I'm looking right now, I'm seeing a couple of folks walking up to possibly get in line, or maybe these are staff members. But one of the big things that you need to remember to bring with you today is your ID, so your driver's license. You have to make sure that the address on your driver's license actually matches what you registered to vote at, so your voter registration. You don't need to have a voter registration card with you, but if your address doesn't match your ID, make sure that you do bring 2 other forms of ID with you. That could be something like a utility bill, or maybe the card that you use for your car insurance.
And Jamie, once you cast your ballot, a lot of people wonder, how do you know that it has actually been counted?
Right. So election security, a big topic. We know it's important to a lot of folks. You can actually go on Maricopa County's website. They have a 24/7 live stream where you can track what's happening at their tabulation center. That's where Nick is this morning. But if you want to dive a little bit further into it and kind of watch the journey of your ballot, a couple of things to keep in mind here. You can actually text the word join to 628-683, or you can go to beballotready.vote. That way you're going to get some real-time updates on your ballot. We have also put all of those links and information. It's on the homepage right now of abc15.com. A couple other things to keep in mind here. The polls are open from 6 to 7 p.m. So as long as you're in line by 7 o'clock tonight, you will not be told to leave. You can stay at your spot and you can cast your ballot. So we're going to stay out here, let you know how things unfold at one of the many polling sites across the valley. But for now, reporting live here in Phoenix this morning, Jamie Warren, ABC 15 Arizona.
All right, Jamie, thank you. It is